The old lady found her son's police gun in the laundry room. She touched it and found it greasy and dirty, so she took out her cleaning kit. Then she dumped all the bottles and cans into the sink. She quickly hit the sink with fresh water. Then she turned the gun on herself. She was trying to figure out how to get the bullets out. The clip fell out. When she bent down to pick it up, thinking it was all by the way, why don't I just return all the bullets? 2. Washed them together in the water, and picked up the wire ball, brushed them vigorously even the inside of the barrel wasn't left behind. It took a long time to wash like that, barely reaching a satisfactory result. That's when Joey snapped out of it. The scene before him almost scared him to death. His own mother woke him up with a pistol in hand. As he looked at her, he realized the gun was different. The other had changed from a small black to a small white. It even gave off a tantalizing scent. This made Joey very speechless. Faced with his son's lack of understanding, the old lady left the room sadly. Suddenly Joey noticed a strange sound coming from the gun. When he opened the magazine, water flowed out. After that, to compensate her son, she went to the weapons store to buy a pistol, but she was too old. The owner refused to sell. When she left the store, she was targeted by a He showed the old woman various styles of weapons. There was even a submachine gun, but all she wanted was a pistol. He understood right away, took out a fully automatic pistol. Both parties agreed to pay for the pistol. The deal was watched by a distant gangster. He reported it to Mr. Parnell, big and strong, had stolen all his weapons. In an effort to reclaim what was theirs, both sides began a fierce exchange of fire. The old lady hid in the corner and shivered. As an eyewitness to the whole case, the next day, she came to the police station to report the case. Because it was her son's flat, she hoped to help her son get a promotion and a raise through this merit. But Joey didn't appreciate it. That night he had a nightmare. He dreamt that her mother was at the scene of the crime and handed himself a bag of diapers. In the face of his mother's undivided attention, Joey was uncomfortable. When he saw that his mother's gift to him was a pistol, he was shocked and confused. Because the pistol was obtained illegally, in order to keep his mother out of jail, he had to give the gun to a co-worker for investigation. According to his mother's recollection, she clearly remembered the license plate number on the day of the murder. Joey quickly found their place, but when he arrived, Parnell's men had taken Big John's girlfriend hostage and demanded the whereabouts of the weapon. Joey forced his way in and started a firefight with the gangsters. The two men flee in terror. That's when the old lady volunteered to fight. She chased the gangsters with her son in her car, but she was a good driver. Eventually she drove her car into a junkyard. After losing the target, Joey had to reinvestigate the case. He found out that after the fire at Parnell's warehouse, the insurance company paid out a large sum of money to cover the loss of weapons, but now the guns are circulating on the black market. That means there's no loss at all. So he decided to go to Parnell's company to find out. Joey and his mom were in Parnell's office discussing the case. They pressured him into handing over the warehouse keys to clear their own names. Later, Joey took his mom to the warehouse to investigate. To keep her safe, Joey locked her in the car and went in alone. Bored, his mom picked up the police radio and asked how to unlock the car door. After some instructions, she managed to get out, but as soon as she walked into the warehouse, she ran into some gangsters driving a bulldozer, trying to kill them both. Luckily, Joe's quick reflexes saved him, and he even captured one of the thugs. Annoyed by his mom's impulsive actions, Joey told her to go home, but she got upset and went to the airport alone, planning to leave. After some convincing from Joe's girlfriend, he realized his mom was just worried about him, so he decided to apologize. When they got home, something felt off. Joey quickly drew his gun and started checking the place out, but before he could react, his mom knocked someone out. It turned out to be Big Juang. After talking things over, they learned that Parnell had stashed weapons at an abandoned airfield. Joey decided to go alone, so he handcuffed his mom and Big Juang together to keep them out of harm's way. But his mom is pretty sharp. She covered her hands in soap, slipped out of the cuffs, knocked out Big Juang again, and cuffed him to the stairs. She even took his gun and car keys. When she got to the airfield, Parnell spotted her and dragged her onto a plane. Joey rushed in with a truck, ramming the plane and completely wrecking it. Parnell came out holding his mom at gunpoint and aimed at Joey. In that tense moment, Joe's mom whipped out a gun and shot Parnell in the shoulder, saving her son. In the end, the mother and son lived happily ever after.